guys, welcome to my first Mama Monday. Today I'm going to be sharing my 2-week postpartum update. We are 2.5 weeks since Juniper's birth. I cannot believe it has already been that long. There's a lot of information and things I want to share with you guys, but it's just so much that today I'm just going to focus on one thing for my 2-week postpartum update, and that is my experience with baby blues and also eating my placenta. I am feeling really great physically. In fact, even after a 50-hour labor, June is gonna eat during this video. I will say that I have not gotten away without experiencing the baby blues. For me, the baby blues were kind of more an intense feeling of anxiety. So it was really more postpartum anxiety perhaps than baby blues really. I'm not exactly sure, but that's what it felt like. It felt just like an overwhelming sense of anxiety that something was going to happen to Juniper. I wasn't going to be an adequate mother, or that I'm making all the wrong decisions, like about sharing our lives on YouTube even, making mistakes that were going to affect her negatively, that I was going to regret, and just like so much anxiety about it all. So then this overwhelming sense of anxiety would then just make me really emotional. So I would feel just like really weepy. I would just like start crying at times. And I would feel kind of sad and just kind of inadequate or just really struggling emotionally. So it was most intense during the first few days after Juniper was born. Those were the worst days. Not the worst because they were also some of the best days, but just like emotionally, the roller coaster of it. Like some moments I would be like basking in this mommy bliss, like just gazing into Juniper's little face and just loving her so much, and then the next moment I would just be like so anxious about something happening to her, or just in general, just so anxious. Before the birth, I was trying to prepare myself for these emotions and how I could potentially experience them. I had read a bit about baby blues and postpartum depression. I didn't think I was going to experience it, but since I knew it was a possibility, that was one of the biggest draws for me in placenta encapsulation, because there's so many women out there with stories about how encapsulating their placenta and taking it in pill form helped them deal with postpartum depression and also just their recovery and help their energy. And I was really intrigued by that and really hoping that if I was dealing or struggling with these issues, that I would have the pills from my placenta and that it would help me a lot. I saved my placenta after the birth, and it was brought home to our apartment, and a postpartum doula came and she dehydrated it basically and then ground it up into very small particles to put into pills, which I then could take after the birth. I started taking them once we got home from the hospital. Since the first few days were so intense emotionally, I was actually worried that the pills were having a negative effect on me, and they were actually causing me to be more emotional and more anxious and stressed out. So I tested it, and I went a couple days without the pills, and then I went a couple days with the pills, and I kind of tried to judge it based off of like if one night I got really no sleep at all, I would kind of like measure in that as well and make that part of my analysis on if the pills worked or not. And I ultimately decided that the pills actually helped a lot. And since it's been now 2.5 weeks and I've been still taking the pills, I will definitely say, I definitely will say that I think the placenta pills have made a huge difference. I definitely think when I take the placenta pills, I just feel generally more like myself, more energetic, more emotionally stable and calm, and just a better feeling of happiness and calmness throughout my day. So I really do think that they've helped me, and I'm really grateful that I have them and that I have been able to take them through this recovery process. So my ultimate consensus for me personally is that I would recommend anyone just saving their placenta if they're at all interested and seeing how you personally react to it. Of course, always talking to your care provider and getting it cleared with them. But I just think that you never know how you're going to react to it, and if it can be a benefit or a benefit for recovery, that why not just take advantage of it and see if it is going to help you personally. So I am definitely for future births, because I'm sure we'll have more than one, but I definitely plan to save my placenta again, but also just being really observant about how I react, because I think each experience would probably be different because your placenta is different and your body is different at the time. So I do want to say that we are loving this life with Juniper. It is amazing. We are so grateful to be her parents. This is like the sweetest baby girl. I'm just so looking forward to watching her grow up and to become the little person that she will be. So hopefully next week I'll be up to sharing my birth story with you all. I'm really looking forward to doing that, but I am still kind of feeling like I'm processing it a little bit. But I think next week I'll be ready to share it. So I didn't really talk about this yet, but I really enjoyed sharing a weekly or almost weekly bump date with everyone on Mondays, and I kind of wanted to keep that Monday for mama related topics, whether that's postpartum updates or maybe Juniper updates or must-haves or favorites, or maybe even some cooking videos on there. So just stay tuned for Mama Mondays. I think they're going to be a weekly element to our daily vlogs. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next week. Be where your feet are. Bye.